Tuesday night action in the Quarantine Cup and game 12 of the season so far. Kent against Surrey. Representing Kent, Imran Qayyum, the leg spinner. At the age of 26, he spent hours in the nets pre-season, but still only managed to perfect a single shot, the reverse sweep. And we didn't see a great deal of that in his opening fixture, the first game of the season against Tamil Mills of Sussex. Imran lost that game, so we'll be looking to bounce back today. His opponent, of course, is Surrey's Sophia Dunkley. Sophia has also struggled so far, losing both of her first two games. Defeat here will all but put her out of the competition, and she's going to need to call on plenty of that experience on the Nintendo DS and Nintendogs when she comes up against Imran over 5 overs to see who will emerge victorious. Before we go over to the game, let's have a quick look at how the table stands so far in Group 2. There we see Sussex sitting pretty at the top. Glamorgan and Leicestershire both have 2 points. We're going to see now if either Kent or Surrey will get off the mark with your commentator. It's Mark Church over at the Oval.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Kia Oval for this Quarantine Cup game between Surrey and Kent. Surrey losing their opening 2 games in the competition and Kent losing against Sussex in their opening game. So all to play for as the two sides up there for everybody to see. It's the perfect day for Quarantine Cup cricket today. Apologies in advance. You might be hearing the sound of a washing machine in the background. I have to say I am washing my smalls while doing commentary. So Jade Durbat, wow, what does Jade Durbat look like? Tosses the coin, up in the air it goes. The call is for Kent, heads. It's actually come back a tail, and that means Surrey win the toss, and Surrey have decided to bat first. So Surrey decide to bat first, and here at the Kia Oval, quite a good crowd in today, as you can see dotted around there in the OCS stand and the Corinthian Roof Terrace up there in the distance, and I think there we're looking back towards the old Cricketers pub there away to our left hand side. So it's going to be Harry Podmore to get us started, and Ollie Pope and Sam Curran opening the batting for the home side. Podmore then with our first delivery of the day into the right-handed Pope, who plays a lovely shot up the ground, but there is no run. Now, apologies in advance. My summariser Isabel Church might be with us a bit later. I'm not sure at the moment. She's still doing some very important homeschooling. As Podmore over the wicket he comes, and Pope down the ground driving has gone as a yes. Caught at mid-off, massive wicket for Kent, and Ollie Pope looking to drive down the ground, second ball of the game, and all he's done is managed to pick out the fielder up at mid-off, and didn't really time it, Ollie Pope, and that is a massive, massive wicket for Kent. And Ollie Pope goes back shaking his head, caught by Cox off the bowling of Podmore without scoring. And it's going to be interesting here to see who Sophia Dunkley, who's behind the controls for Surrey today, goes with at 3. Jason Roy. So Sophia's already mixed it up, opening the batting with Ollie Pope and Sam Curran, and that hasn't paid off. So now the regular opener, Jason Roy, is out there for his first delivery, and he's driving thickish edge down towards short third man. Quick single is taken. The dive has to come in from Sam Curran, and Jason Roy and Surrey are off the mark. So Sophia Dunkley behind the controls here for Surrey, and Imran Qayyum behind the controls for Kent. And a perfect start this for Kent if you're just joining us, because they've already picked up the wicket of Ollie Pope with just the second ball of the game. Sam Curran, the left-hander, settling himself down over his bat. Bit of a field change here for Kent. Interesting. The 2 men outside the circle. Fine leg and a deep backward square. It's short from Podmore, and it's driven off the back foot somehow by Sam Curran, apologies. Straight back up the ground, and there's no run. Extraordinary looking shot that from Sam Curran. backed away. I thought he was going to cut that, but then punched it straight back up the ground. Podmore, great first over this. That's way down the leg side. I've stuffed him out of sight there, and that's going to race away for wides. And just pressing the wrong button there, Imran Qayyum. I think looking for the dream delivery from Podmore and got it horribly wrong. And it means that Surrey move on to 6 for 1 in this first over. Good news is I think my washing's finished. As Podmore over the wicket he comes, that's better. Oh, and Sam Curran drives him down the ground. Hasn't got a lot of this, he's gone. Oh, and now Sam Curran goes. And Kent are all over Surrey like a rash. And Imran Qayyum's not only controlling this, sat behind his console, he's out there congratulating Podmore on a second wicket in this first over. This is a disastrous start by Surrey, and Sam Curran goes without scoring, very annoyed there. You can see, oh, what a horrible look that was from Sam Curran. That terrified me. And Sophia Dunkley is sending out Will Jacks, hugely talented young man, of course, Will Jackson. What a first over this is from Podmore. And Surrey in all sorts of bother. 6 for 2. Looks a little too pace this wicket to me from here in my kitchen as Jason Roy driving and doesn't really time this. They're taking a quick single. Have to get their skates on. They're safely home. A single off the first ball of the over. And what a first over that is from Podmore. And it'll be Matt Milnes to bowl our second over of the day. And Jason Roy will be the man on strike on 2. Will Jacks yet to get off the mark. So Matt Milnes with a slip in there. He's in over the wicket to Jason Roy. Length delivery nicely driven by Roy. Straight up towards mid-off. And there is no run. But at the moment, Surrey struggling to beat the fielders. Bit of a change in the field again. And now, is Sophia Dunkley going to be aggressive here and look to go down the ground? Driving is Jason Roy. Yes, she is. And it's a good shot from Jason Roy. Is it? No, gone. Oh, my goodness me. It's Cox again. And Surrey, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is quite brilliant from Kent. And the greatest rivalry in cricket, as it's dubbed. It's Kent at the moment, who are, well, meaning we could all be on the bus and going home early. Is that a third catch for Cox as well? Jason Roy, gone for 2. And Surrey's middle order are going to have to do something here. It is a third catch for Cox. That must be a record in the Quarantine Cup. 3 catches for the mid-off. And it's Ben Folkes out there in the middle. They crossed while the ball was in the air, but Surrey are going to have to stop playing aggressively here because all they're doing is picking out the fielders. Matt Milnes, 7 for 3, Surrey. First ball for Will Jacks. It's nicely driven straight up the ground, but there's no run. And Cox is the only fielder in this at the moment. Matt Milnes there with a magnificent haircut. Looking a little like Jade Dernbach, I have to say, from what we saw at the toss of the coin. I'm still getting over Jade Dernbach at the toss of the coin. As over the wicket comes Milnes again. Short ball, and that beats the outside edge. As again, Jack's looking to be aggressive. And I think Sophia Dunkley behind the controls is going to have to take a bit of time here. Going to have to eat up a few balls, just knock it around, pick up some singles and then go on the attack at the end. Jacks waits again, and this is driven nicely up towards mid-on. Sam Billings doing the fielding up there, I think. Not got the gloves today, Sam Billings. And it's a single for Will Jacks to get himself off the mark. Hugely talented player, of course, Will Jacks. Now, Imran Qayyum is changing the field. Again, down the ground is an option as Folkes drives outside edge, gone first ball as a massive noise. Surely, yes, given. And Ben Folkes has gone now. And Surrey are falling apart here in the Quarantine Cup. Surely they're not referring this, are they? He's middled it. I've heard that from here and I'm in my kitchen, but Ben Folkes is referring it. It's a brave referral. It's a legitimate delivery there as we look at the front foot. Now, I heard a massive noise from here in the kitchen. Oh, he's middled that, Ben Folkes. He's absolutely middled that. And it's showing on Edjo. Edjo! And look at it again on hotspot. Yes, massive, massive little mark there on the edge of Ben Folkes' bat. And Ben Folkes will have to go here. Ben Folkes will have to go. We're seeing it from all angles. But he has absolutely leathered that. And Ben Folkes will go, and Surrey are 4 down. They've only got 1 more wicket in the hutch. And I think Sophia Dunkley here, describing herself as an occasional gamer, I think that inexperience is really showing. And Ben Folkes has gone first ball, Rouse behind the stumps taking the catch. What a brilliant over from Milnes. And well, this is turning into a disaster for Surrey. And Sophia Dunkley really needing something spectacular to happen. Who's she going with? Borthwick, surely. Yep, she's sending out Scott Borthwick, and there's still 3 overs to go here. So Scott Borthwick has got time to bat, but he's going to have to do something spectacular with Will Jackson. Imran Qayyum is bringing himself into the attack. Brilliant from the man behind the controls. He's bringing himself into the attack. Surrey have only got a wicket left. 8 for 4 they are. Qayyum, left arm round the wicket and straight away on a line, on a length. Lovely flight. And Will Jacks very respectfully just pushing this back up the pitch. Qayyum, a casual gamer is how he describes himself, but something in his locker, he has played the classic Brian Lara computer game, as we all have. I even played it on the Spectrum. That shows how old I am. As Qayyum, once again, left arm round the wicket, coming into Jacks, and Jacks driving in the air. Oh, has it beaten the fielder up at mid-off? No, it hasn't. And there's no run. Cox again doing the fielding. Can a fielder win the Man of the Match award in the Quarantine Cup? Imran Qayyum looking lovely there, I have to say. Out in the middle, the man behind the controls. They all are, these players. They all look much the same to me from this distance, the players. Many with the same haircut as Qayyum. Where is Jacks going here? Oh, it's lovely control from Qayyum. Oh, he wants a quick single. It's suicidal, surely. Throw comes in. Is Borthwick home? They might go upstairs. That's panic from Surrey. I think he might be home though, Scott Borthwick. Are we? Nope, we're not going upstairs. So Borthwick is home, and Surrey get a run, a desperate run really. So first ball for the left-handed Borthwick. And Borthwick, oh, driving, and a little inside edge there, I think, onto his pad. Oh, they're going for the run. Is that run out? It must be. This will sum up Surrey's innings. It's horrific. What are you doing, Surrey? And behind the controls there, I think it's just pure panic from Sophia Dunkley. Oh dear, and this will mean Surrey are all out. And they haven't really bothered the scorers. It's a horrific run. Jackson, Borthwick there, absolutely no communication whatsoever. And this has been, I have to say, one of the worst innings we've ever seen in the Quarantine Cup. It might even be the worst that we've ever seen, because it means Surrey here at the Keir Oval are all out for 9. Just 9. 3 ducks in there. 3 catches for Cox. And I'm not sure what a virtual Michael De Venito is going to say to his team there. I know a virtual Matt Walker will be absolutely delighted, and this could all be over very, very quickly, because they need just 10, Kent. And the openers are already out there in the middle, Bell, Drummond and Crawley. Well, Sophia Dunkley needs a miracle, an absolute miracle. So Sam Curran with the first ball of this Kent chase of just 10. Oh, and Bell Drummond slammed him away off the front foot through the leg side for 4. And, well, the perfect start for Kent. And I tell you what, we're all going home early, even though I am already at home. Even I'm going home early. And I tell you what, a virtual Michael De Venito, a virtual Alex Stewart, they'll be sitting their team down after this and having a virtual chat. There might be some virtual teacups being thrown as, oh, Bell Drummond driving. Is this out? 1 bounce up towards mid-off. And there is no run. So Drummond and Kent have decided to get this done as quickly as possible. And Sophia Dunkley, I hate to say it's had a shocker today, but I'm standing to Sophia because she is at the moment also volunteering for the NHS. And Sophia, that is a wonderful thing that you are doing, but you're playing this game horribly. As this is a short ball from Sam Curran, nicely pulled by Drummond out towards deep backward square. They'll get a single, and this will bring Zach Crawley onto strike. And unbelievably, Kent are basically one good shot away from winning this. They could win this in the first over of their run chase. And even though we see other players waiting, they might not be needed. They might not even be needed. And a virtual Matt Walker will be sitting in the dugout watching this with a virtual smile on his face as Crawley, the England man, is he going first ball? Oh, he's dropped at mid-wicket by Jason Roy, it looks like to me. Oh, that just sums Surrey's day up, it really does. A horrible drop at mid-wicket, and Crawley gets away with it. But this really just sums up Surrey and Sophia Dunkley's day. Horrible drop at mid-wicket. And it means that just one shot required now by Kent. Crawley's off the mark. And Sam Curran is over the wicket to Drummond. And Drummond drives, hasn't really timed this. And there will be no run. So can Sam Curran at least keep something good for Surrey here and not lose this in the first over of the run chase? One ball to go. As waiting is Drummond. Over the wicket goes Sam Curran to him, and Drummond drives, doesn't really time this, and we are going to get into a second over, but just the 4 runs needed. All overthrows. Oh, make that 3 runs needed because the throw came in, hit the stumps, ricocheted away, and Drummond and Crawley aware of that. Oh, and the captain brings himself into the attack. And, well, what does Jade Dernbach do here? What must he be thinking? He's only got 9 to defend, and now 7 of those have already gone. So just 3 required for Kent to win. It's Drummond on strike. It's Jade Dernbach to him, and Drummond, that'll be it! And that finishes the game in the most emphatic style. A lot of the spectators seem to have come in either Burnley or Aston Villa tops, it looks like, but what a way to finish the game, and what a performance this has been from Kent. Drummond over long off for 6. Jade Dernbach only gets to bowl 1 ball in the game, the captain. Oh dear, and there you can see the Surrey fans shaking their heads. It's an emphatic 5-wicket victory for Kent. And it's back to the drawing board for Surrey and Sophia Dunkley. I would not want to be in that Surrey virtual dressing room now. I don't know what they virtually say to each other. Drummond's the man of the match. It's Kent that win this one by 5 wickets. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to Imran Qayyum. What a win that is, and what does that do to the Kent run rate? Oh, that could come into all of this as well. And the other good news, my Smalls have finished in the wash.
So I'm with Imran from Kent, and Imran, you had a good win today. How did you feel it all went against Surrey?
I think it was business as usual for Kent. We're back to winning ways, and it was a strong performance.
What did you make of Sophia's performance? She promised so much in her game against Sussex, but it didn't seem to come off for her today.
I think she was a bit unlucky. There was a couple of unlucky dismissals in there. There was a suspect run out as well. So I'm sure she's a great player, and she'll bounce back next game.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about that run out. From where you were sitting, what happened there exactly?
I'm not too sure. She attempted a run when the ball was about 2 feet away from the keeper, but then 45 seemed to run up and throw the ball between his legs and hit the stump, so it was all a bit random.
That's something that you can't really predict, or you can't allocate for. It's a pretty tough situation, I guess, for her, but for you, it worked out nicely.
It did. I think for me, any luck was welcomed, and I just needed the win, so by any means necessary, I just needed to get on the board.
So I'm with Sophia Dunkley of Surrey. Some interesting situations managed to bring about themselves during the game against Kent just now. Let's start with that run out. What happened?
I don't know what happened. I think, obviously, sort of ball went through his legs, and then next minute, from the pitch, so I don't really know. So I was a bit unlucky with that one.
I think the fielder had the ball on a string or something. It seems like there must be something strange going on.
Maybe check that out, get the anti-corruption in, see what's going on.
Yeah, I think that there will be calls for that from all over the world when they see what happened here today.
Definitely.
Otherwise, though, batting not as good as it was in your second match. Any reason for that?
No, I think, I don't know what it was today. We went back to being a bit tentative again. So yeah, no, it just wasn't good enough really.
It leaves you in a very difficult situation to qualify. So how are you feeling after that one?
It does, I think. At least the last match we can go out all guns blazing, got nothing to lose now. So, maybe the worst no advantage, try and get another win on the board, but we'll see.
Well, unlucky today, and good luck in your final game.
Thank you.
A quick look now then at the table after that game, and Surrey with 3 defeats from 3 games, effectively out of the competition with a match to play. 3 sides sitting on 2 points, so getting a bit congested there in the mid-table of Group 2. Remember, 2 teams go through from each group, and the separating quality of a tie is, of course, boundary count back. That's just about all we've got time for today. Tomorrow at 7, a return of Quarantine Cup action for Warwickshire and Gloucestershire. Until then, goodbye.